But yeah, the numbers of fish have seriously declined. Sea trout, they've talked about the conservation of salmon, which is really important. But the River Towy is a sea trout river for me, and Sewin River, Sewin what it's been about. The Towy, the Gwylly, the Cothi. The Cothi tends to be a salmon river, but some big Sewin in the Cothi. Some big Sewin come up the Cothi. But the Gwylly, is a Sewin river, and it's just shingled up. It's shallow, and one night, me and a friend, we fished the Gwylly at Lloyd's. Local boys will know where that is, and fished the back of Lloyd's farm in a little run there. With the lights of British Telecom behind us, we had to sit on the shingle to keep down, and we fished it from 9:15 till 12:15, because you work in the next day, so you want to be home by 12 o'clock. And in 2.5 hours, I caught 31 Sewin, and Freckles caught 39 on the worm, on a single brambling worm going through the pool. So that's 70 Sewin between us. And back in that day, everyone was knocked on the head, and everybody, and they were all either sold or eaten. And that's how it was then. And I never forget seeing Bryn Towy, around the corner of Bryn Towy, opposite the roundhouse, a glide there, absolutely black. And I looked at it and I went, I couldn't make out what it was at first. And then I realised it was the shadow of the Sewin that were laying across the river. And the river was bank to bank with Sewin. And I was trembling, and a 4-pound line, a little brambling worm, and I flicked it into the middle of them, held my breath, and as the worm dropped down through them, they just parted, let it pass, and went back to where they were lying. They just weren't interested in anything. And that night we had a horrendous storm. The river came up about 8 foot, and they were never seen again. But I remember seeing lots and lots of fish, lots and lots of salmon. I shoot as well, and I used to, 16 years old, I used to walk the banks of the river for a duck with my bicycle single barrel shotgun. And on the confluence, one day, I looked like that, and as I looked into the clear water, I made out that what I was looking at was salmon, and they were so silver that they were like mirrors reflecting the bottom. And just on the side, as far in as I could see, without polarised, I counted 19 salmon in front of me, laying there, big salmon, what we used to call blue salmon, January time. So how many were in the pot, in further in the pool, and how many were there, heaven knows, But yeah, like you say, I fished the river a long time, and my way of thinking is we need to find a way of restocking the river. The methods they got now, they say, aren't effective. Well, I think the powers that be and the knowledge there is, they need to find a way or a system that is effective, and not just accept that it can't be done. If we can put people on the moon, why can't we rear fish in a genetically acceptable way to put back in the river?